right, friends, today we're making a wreath. We're going to take all this stuff here and we're going to make this. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's what you're going to need. We use an 18-inch grapevine form, 1.5-inch wired ribbon, 2 to 3 types of greenery, 5 to 6 types of silk flowers, some floral wire, hot glue, wire cutters, and scissors. I always start my wreaths with the bow or sign or whatever I'm going to do. We're going to move through this one pretty quick. We actually have a full-length tutorial on how to make this exact same bow using the ProBow, the hand bow making tool, my most favorite bow making tool. I've been using it for years for my business and all my bow making projects. We're just going to kind of zip through this and just kind of enjoy watching it, because watching people make bows is really interesting and kind of fun. If you'd like more detailed steps on how to do this part, I've got the link for that video in the upper right hand corner of this video. I'll also have it down in the description box as well. All right, move all this out of the way. Let's get started here. So disclaimer, I don't normally make wreaths on a tabletop, so this is kind of awkward. Be sure to watch to the end. We have bloopers. But I am going to try and attach this bow first. That's always how I start. And yeah, I'm going to get it in there. Let's get it in. Just wire through the grapevine. There we go. All right, once we get that all secured in there, we're going to do just kind of a rough fluff here. And again, I kind of go into more detail about how to fluff bows in that other video. This is just mostly just to kind of get a feel for the size and how it all is going to look and function. But don't spend too much time worrying about the perfection of your bow at this point, because once you start adding stuff into the wreath, it's going to get all smushed up and messed up, and you're going to be refluffing it about 500 times. This is our starting position. All right, so I always start with like the biggest flowers, biggest pieces first. In this project, I actually am just using leftover flowers from previous projects. So just kind of working with what I have from around the craft room. So I didn't actually go into this with like a set design in mind. I just was like, just kind of making it work as I went. So you'll notice that I'm not actually gluing anything in yet. I'm just kind of setting it all in. And that's because I'm not fully committed at this point to really any of this. Once I've decided that I like what I have, then I'll start gluing down. And you'll see that in a little bit. You're also going to see me rearrange a little bit too. Typically, if I have a design in my mind, I usually glue as I go. But like I said, this time I wasn't real sure how I wanted this to look. So we wanted to have some flexibility. Yeah, see, here we go, rearranging. Hey, oh, and pro tip, when you're putting your flowers into your wreath, try not to smash them all the way down unless you need it to be all the way down to the form, like you're covering a spot or something. For the most part, you want to try and keep your flowers, have a little bit of distance between the form and the tops of those flowers, just to kind of give it more of a stronger dimension. And here's another pro tip: get rid of those green leaves on your flowers, unless the leaves are really nice, which some flowers have really nice leaves on them. Otherwise, just get rid of them. They're pretty cheap, papery. Any greenery I add, I always like to have that separate, and you'll see why here in a little bit. All right, so this is what commitment looks like. We're officially gluing it all down. I was pretty happy with where we were going now. And there we go, fluffing again. Okay, so let's talk greenery. I really recommend having at least 3 different types of greenery when you're putting your wreath design together. The ones that I chose here, 2 of them are actually technically the same, but they're 2 different colors. So having 3 different types or 3 different colors, it just gives it more interest. It just looks better in the end. And then when you go to put them in, you can stick them in as a whole piece if you want to, if that works for the design that you're doing. Usually, more times than not, I like to do this. I like to break them apart and put them in. This gives me a little bit more flexibility to where I have them, because if you're putting it all in just as one piece, you kind of are more limited. So this gives it a more custom look, and also it really helps to kind of your greenery goes quite a bit further. You can cover way more area this way than if you just stick the whole thing into one spot. So again, just kind of depends on, you know, the look you're going for. Okay, so this part kind of takes a while. We're just gonna kind of fast forward here. Boom. Once you have all your greenery in, and your big flowers and your big bow, now we can talk accent flowers. Now these flowers here, again, these are just some leftovers from a previous project, so we don't have very many to work with, but these are just like the accent pieces. This is like the glitter, if you will. They're white, so they're not like the showstoppers of the piece, but they make a really great filler accent, kind of like a highlight. Notice I'm not taking the greenery off of these. I'm kind of just going against my own rule here. And that's because the greenery on these flowers really mix well with what I have. First of all, they're the same material, they're more that plastic material rather than paper or cloth. And then also too, the colors and the texture work with the greenery I'm working with, which makes it all look just better. Here is some more glitter. These are just white poppies. These are not the most high quality flowers here, but again, we're just using it to kind of add that little extra sparkle, little finishing touches to maybe some spots that need it a little bit more, especially when you're working with just spare pieces that you have. This is really kind of an essential part so that your design looks full and finished. Oh, here we go. And, yeah, there we go. It's so satisfying. Okay, oh, here's a great idea too. Take some of your little greenery stems and have it coming through the bow. Makes your whole piece look like it's growing through the bow, which looks really cool. There's really no like special technique to this. Just figure out where you want it to go and glue those bad boys in, and bam, instant pro designer, just like that. Ta-da. All right, here's the finishing product. Let's bring in some really pretty detailed photos. Yes, look at that color. Oh, if you're selling your wreaths, by all means, please take some really nice detailed photos. It makes all the difference. If you'd like me to do a video tutorial on how I do my product photography, comment below, let me know. Maybe we can do that. Alright guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps Kristen and I to make way more videos for you. Alright, have a great day. Bye! Okay, so I kind of struggled with this. I kept putting my head in the way. Like, what am I doing? That's probably super helpful, whatever it is I'm doing. It's probably helpful to see, but we'll never know because my big old nog is in the way. Oh, that guy was not cooperating. Why is it so hard to do this on a flat surface? Oh, there I go fluffing again. Fluffing, fluffing, fluffing. Seriously, like 500 times. Stop fluffing the bow. Oh, come on, camera. Come on, camera. Come on. No, come on, focus. Focus. Come on, camera. You can do it. Focus. Focus.